Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Mike Sinisi, executive editor for Make Magazine, and I'm very excited to say welcome to Family Maker Camp. It's a beautiful Friday, and we've got an awesome guest today. And for those of you guys who haven't been part of Family Maker Camp in the past, Family Maker Camp brings you all these projects to do at home, supporting and guiding parents in hands-on learning, features awesome makers that teach you new skills, show you how to do awesome projects. A lot of awesome here. Today is not going to be any exception. Make sure to check out what's next at makercamp.com/events, and please sign up at makercamp.com as well. So today's guest is Matthew from Kids Learning Tube, who's a person that I've been following for a number of years now, and I've been excited to connect with Matt for a long time. We finally had a chance to chat recently, and I asked him if he'd be a part of Family Maker Camp to talk about the stuff that he does, and he said yes. So it's super excited. So Matthew's channel, Kids Learning Tube, is a very successful kids learning animated based channel on YouTube, as well as an app and his website. It's something that my son and my family have been watching for a long time, where we've learned, gosh, pretty much everything from the countries of the world to capitals, to anatomy, to emotions and feelings and the planets. And oh man, it's just so much stuff. So let's go ahead and jump in here. For those of you guys who are watching on any of the different channels, please sure to add comments or questions, and they'll come to us. I can ask Matt, and we can answer anything that you want to know. And those of you guys who have the ability to hashtag Make Together on whatever social channel you're looking at, please do that as well. And if you want to share your projects on Maker Camp, you can do that too. So Matt, thanks for being part of this. Tell me a little bit about, from your description, how would you describe Kids Learning Tube and the work you've been doing?
I would describe it as the modern day Schoolhouse Rock, I guess. And just the animation and the ability to teach through music is something I love to do and create. So I'm enjoying doing what I am doing, and it's just a thrill to be here at Maker Camp.
Very cool. So I'm going to switch over here, and I'm going to show a little bit of your YouTube screen as we talk through this. But how long have you been doing this for? Remind me. As
just over 5 years.
Over 5 years now, and this is your main page here. I've got this video paused, but 5 years, and in over 5 years, you've done a number of videos, all animated. What is it? 300 and how many at this point?
I think I have like 320 at this point now. 320.
That's amazing. Yeah. And
I try to release one a week. I actually have released one a week, but I sometimes do two.
Wow. A week. And you're the entirety behind this. You animate, you write. It's all music based. So you're writing the music, you're writing the lyrics, recording it
Correct.
all. What's the background that got you into this?
I used to be I am a musician, but I used to be a musician in a bunch of rock bands and ska bands back in the day, and in all different cities, and had a little boy, and now that inspired me to do what I'm doing now. So it's kind of crazy how that inspiration can take you into a whole new journey.
Yeah.
From what you were doing before.
Let me pull up the Planet song. I think this was probably the first one that really popped onto my radar.
It's definitely the most popular.
This one, you got 35 million views on this Planet song here. And so you can see
this is one of my first animations too, so it's kind of funny to see.
There are 8 planets in the solar system. We revolve around.
So catchy. I mean, you don't know how many times I've sung this just on my own, driving to work, sitting on an airplane.
You're not the only one, Mike.
Yeah, I imagine with this many views behind it. What was there as this being one of the first ones that you did? Let me pop this volume down a little bit here as we talk through it. But what was it about the solar system being one of the first aspects of topics that you wanted to create video around?
Well, it was one of those defining moments of starting the channel and doing like ABC 1, 2, 3, and I was like, this is boring. I don't want to do ABC 1, 2, 3 for kids. Kids are so smart and they absorb so much at such a young age. I was like, I want to throw science in their face and see how that sticks and get anatomy in there and all that. So doing the solar system video first off the bat was knowing that I'm going down this rabbit hole of astronomy and just getting into that genre was exciting for me because it's such a vast universe we live in. And it's so cool to show kids that don't even know about any of these planets or dwarf planets or, you know, large minor planets, or you can go on for forever with all the different things in space, to teach them that and have their minds blown like mine was when I was younger getting into this. So just that aspect alone was getting into the solar system.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good one too, because it's just universally, universally,
No
but
pun
just
intended.
it's appealing. It's just so fun to say from kids to grown-ups. It's just such a fascinating topic. There's, you know,
It is.
there's
We have no
end.
control over the amount of vastness that is out in the universe. And I think that's the most interesting thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're at the will of the universe.
What have you done? Because with this, with this topic, with the solar system, you know, you've got, you know, the 8 planets here. Did you at one point, did you have a 9-planet version?
No. It was after Pluto was demoted.
Yeah. But you didn't include Pluto in, because you've got a follow-up to this that you did. That's the dwarf planets.
Correct.
And so Pluto's in that video, along with Ceres and Haumea and Maki Maki and Eris. I think those are the 5 that I've learned because of you. And then you went on. You've done the different stars. You've done supermassive black holes. So I've had to explain to my son what the concept of supermassive means.
Right.
And but with that and everything else, like what's your source of knowledge for all this? You just know this stuff, or did you have to do a lot of research? Because that would take a lot of time.
I mean, I read all the time. In order to do what I do and to find the content to create on a weekly basis, I'm constantly reading all the time. So, you know, and it's good because my son also reads all the time. He's constantly reading at the dinner table, at breakfast, you know, so it's definitely a reading thing. If you're into science, if you're into astrology, you know, anything at all, I go down rabbit holes of different types of knowledge all the time, and different subjects. And I just read, and I get really in depth in it. And then I have the ability to recreate that into a song that I can break it down into an easy process for kids to actually learn instead of getting confused. And it's working. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's good. And
yeah.
What a fantastic thing for your son to be exposed to as he's watching you do this too, because, you know, like the reading side, and then the crafting of something, and then the releasing of something. I mean, just that whole process. I think that there's something really magical about it, but it's also like there's a good benefit aspect to all of it as well.
I think so. Yeah, I would think so. He looks up to me in a lot of ways, which I'm flattered by, because I mean, any dad wants that, obviously. And I chose to be a stay-home dad when he was born. I made that choice, and luckily for me, I got into doing this, and he inspired that, and now I'm able to hang out with him all the time and create. So it's pretty cool. It's
Very
really
cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about the life I'm leading right now. So
yeah. So of the 320 videos that you've made, which ones would you say stand out to you as some of your favorites?
Individually or subject wise?
Let's do both.
Individually, I would have to say Stellar Evolution is probably one of my greatest accomplishments personally. I really enjoyed that video a lot. And it was a challenge for me because I was, you know, I'm constantly teaching myself new ways to animate and trying to stay up to date with the times. And on top of that, just learning how a star is formed is pretty crazy. So that's probably one of my favorites. I would have to say, subject wise, I would have to say anatomy videos
Yeah.
are one of my greatest accomplishments for YouTube videos. I would have to say those two. As
Okay.
far as individual video, oh, there you go. There it is.
Yeah, here we go. I pulled it up. I'm working fast over here.
Yeah,
So,
you're on it.
And then some of your newest ones, I've seen you're getting into, I mean, obviously you did a coronavirus video a few weeks back.
Yeah, I just wanted to make kids aware that they don't have to worry as much and to know the basic standard things to not do and what is okay.
Right. Yeah, that's great. And then I saw a follow-up to that one was anxiety, which is also
I've been trying to do a lot of emotional intelligent videos. They're not very popular, unfortunately, but emotional intelligence is something that kids are lacking these days, unfortunately. And I'm trying to incorporate them, within my videos, but I'm also having to not lose the interest of my fans. So I need to create one different subject a week to keep the interest of all the different people that watch my channel and view my videos.
Yeah.
And my app, actually. I just launched an app a few months ago, and I'm going to start, and this is a big secret, but now it's coming out here on the Maker Camp, but I'm going to start making bonus videos on that app, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to make them free. The app is paid for. You have to pay $1.99 a month to unlock all of the flashcards, all of my music, and all of my videos with no commercials. So, and of course it's not free because I have to pay for the streaming and, all the stuff that has to go with the app and the building of it and the maintenance of it and all that. But the actual short videos that I'm starting to make are actually quite funny. And it's kind of cool because I don't have to follow the guidelines of YouTube so strictly with them. I can actually talk about things like, just different things that are acceptable, but are very interesting to kids that YouTube would be like, oh, well, we're not gonna, we're gonna put kibosh on that because you said fart or, something like that. So it's just more fun stuff for kids. Kids want to know about these things, but you can't put them on YouTube, because they're just like, oh, but they're not bad. Yeah. So it's interesting, but that's something I'm going to be starting to launch on the app pretty soon here. I've been trying to build up a little bit of a video storage bank, so to speak. But they're just short videos. They're only a minute long and they're fun songs and they teach you something very cool about stuff that you would never know about. Like, I am the Jeopardy of kids' knowledge.
I can imagine.
If I was on Kids Jeopardy, I would definitely win, which wouldn't be fair because I'm not. But
I hope they never let you on Kids Jeopardy.
I don't think there is a Kids Jeopardy, is there? There should be.
I remember there was when I was in high school, one of the kids from my high school went to like Team Jeopardy. They did have a team.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and he did pretty good. He went to the next round. He made a little bit of money from it. He was one of the smart.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
We should bring back Kids Jeopardy, and if it isn't there, then we should create it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
So a couple of notes that I'm seeing coming in from some of the people that are watching. We've got Amy and Henry. They say hi from Facebook.
Hi, Amy and Henry.
We've got JC Denton asking if this is live. And guess what? Yes, it is.
It is live.
As we just proved to you right now, because you wrote that message and we responded to it live as you're watching this. So hi, thanks for asking the question. Keep them coming. And Adrian Gunnarsson wants to get into making stuff. How do I make? That's a great question. It's pretty broad. I mean, pretty much just go grab some materials, think of an idea, and try to figure out how to make it happen.
That's right.
Which is the broadest of answers. And the reality is, when you do something for the first time, it might not come out right, but that's good because you're going to do some learning as you do it, and then try it a second time and you'll get a little bit better at whatever it is that you're trying to make. And then do it a third time and you'll be even better the third time. And eventually you'll have something that's really good. So, it's just practice, but don't let not having a starting point hold you back. That's
my first videos were terrible. They were a wreck. My first animations were horrible. The kid songs, the music part of it, I got down pretty quickly because I can write a catchy song. But the animations, if you just keep working on whatever that you're passionate about, you got to be passionate about it, because if it actually catches on, then you got to do it all the time. So you got to be passionate.
Yeah.
So that's a major thing about it. But yeah, just get out there, like Mike said, and just start making.
And so, speaking of animations, one of the things that we're going to do today, you're going to give us a little bit of an animation tutorial. You're going to
that's right.
Step us through your workflow. And so, are you ready to do this?
Sure. Yeah, I can show you a few things. I made a little. I'll screen share with you here. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. I don't know. Can you see me there? Or?
I can see you. I see myself.
See the screen.
I see, and I see your screen here, your work screen.
So what I did here, Mike, is I brought Saturn in.
Oh, perfect!
And
I love Saturn.
I recorded something in my studio here for you, and what we're going to do is we're going to show you that this right here, it says "happy character" because it came from a description of another video I did. You can see how it disappears and reappears again.
Yeah.
And in the animation software, if I click on that, you can see here's Saturn.
Okay.
And I created this Saturn, and he has no background on this site here. But if you go over here, it's just his face.
Nice.
So I'm going to show you how to, and I've never done this before, so for all of you that are watching, I'm a little nervous, but if I screw up, that's just part of life. So here's what we're going to be listening to.
Hey, Mike from Maker Camp. Here's a special video just for you from Saturn.
And as you can see, I did the eyes movement already, and all the eyelids. That's what these are right here. As you can see that.
So I see it looks like you're down there, and that you kind of got like a timeline editor.
That's correct.
And those have the different. You're pulling in the different movements.
Yeah, so they're called keyframes. So you're always going to have a beginning keyframe and an ending keyframe to every movement you do in animation. So the beginning keyframe for the eyes on this right here is this little keyframe right here, these two blue dots right here. Okay. And if I go one over, you can see the eyes open.
Oh, yeah.
But when I go over, this keeps the eyes open from this keyframe to here. It's the same keyframe. And if I go one more over, it matches the same keyframe here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's a beginning to the keyframe. What your animation is, you hold that animation to here, and then you're ending the keyframe. And it doesn't have to end the same as it does, but you do have to keep the middle keyframes the same in order for the eyes to stay open. Or else they close. For example, watch this. If I get rid of this keyframe and then I go over, you can see the eyes slowly close. See?
Ah, yeah.
But if I keep it there, the eyes stay open. So now we'll get into the mouth movements. And if you want to look at these are the mouths that I have. And I'll just scroll one at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to have kind of like every sound your mouth makes in that 10 slated mouth movement.
Do you practice?
Oh yeah, you got to look inside
like a mirror, and you're looking at the mirror, and you're drawing your smile, or you're making the sound and holding it.
That's correct. That's correct. And then which is too much to show you in this short animation tutorial, but then you have to bring all that together, and if you can see this null layer down here, that is this box here. So anywhere it starts off with a smile, and anywhere I go down here. So I'm going close mouth.
Yep.
Give you a little happy face there.
Nice.
Some teeth.
Maker.
So I'm just going to do one mouth movement at a time. And it gets a little redundant and a little annoying when you're watching someone do it because each mouth movement's a different sound. And it's not like a very entertaining thing, but at the end, you'll see it's a little more entertaining.
Yeah.
It's just my computer's whole housing.
Here's a special video.
So you can see every mouth movement has a different little square here.
Right. Right. Yep. I can see how this could be a very time-consuming process for you.
It is very, very time consuming. Try doing it and I talk a lot in my videos, as you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're
to have
dense
me
with
do this for a 5-minute video,
Yeah.
this is just one part of it. You have to create the characters and make the beat and do the song. There's a lot of different stuff. But
As you're showing us that, I'm going to say another message here. It's coming in from the chat. We've
you want
got
me to mute this?
I'll just say this real quick. Hatham Dao says, checking in and says hello from YouTube and happy birthday, Matt, which is also
Hey,
your birthday
you.
was a couple days ago. So happy birthday. And that's, I see
You
Iba Labs.
remembered. Thank you very much. Who is that from?
I see Iba Labs is got mentioned in here as well as one of the, I think that's maybe the person that put the comment in. So that says happy birthday, Matt. Yeah, Iba Labs says happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am 43.
Nice.
I'm an old man. All right, check it out.
Hey, Mike from Maker Camp. Here's a special video.
That's what we
Wow,
have
yeah, it's
so far.
great.
It'll be done in 2 seconds here. We gotta separate the E and the O for you. Almost done.
Have you found yourself being able to do much better lip reading because of this as well?
I eavesdrop on a lot of people's conversations in public. I'm just kidding.
You're studying mouth movements so much.
All right, here we go. So here's your mouth movements. I'll finish now. It's Saturday.
All right.
And if you're seeing the happy character, these keyframes here are his movement and his scale. So
Okay.
he's moving to a position, scaling up, so you can see him big in the screen. So here we go.
Hey, Mike from Maker Camp. Here's a special video just for you from Saturn. Kids learning too.
And then maybe we'll do like a, we'll put like a little, you want to give him some personality all the time. You know? So you put a little, you know, one of those at the end.
Kids learning too.
Nice. Yeah.
So there you go. There's your video.
Beautiful. I love it.
I'm actually going to add this to the render queue.
Okay.
I'm going to put a little bit of higher quality, keep the audio on.
Have you found yourself getting faster at doing those animations?
Yeah, I can animate all the mouth movements on like a 3-minute video, which, like I said before, you know how much I talk in the videos and how fast I go. I'm going to stop the share. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, I know the amount of how much I talk throughout my songs and all that, and my beats are actually pretty fast most of the time.
Yeah.
So to get through an entire video is about an hour and a half to 2 hours for 3 minutes just for the mouth movements. And most people don't know how much that goes into a video.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm taking things from all over the place, drawing them, recreating them, putting them in, doing a character rig on a lot of my characters through the video, which is a process because you have to add up all the joints of the body to where they're going to bend.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then you're coming down to taking all those joints, putting them to where they're supposed to go, hitting a button, a skeleton appears. Then you have to match all of those up with the joints. It's a process. And once you get that done, you have to actually animate him to actually, you know, get him to be a personality now. Now this character, or she or he, has to be this personality so you have to entertain, with this personality for this character you just created. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do. Luckily, I'm passionate about it, going back to that, because I don't mind doing it. I really enjoy doing it. So
yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's an important part of all of this.
yeah.
I want to bring up one of my favorite ones that you've done. I've got to find it in here. I'm gonna play. I will surprise you which one's my favorite. You'll be like, yeah, of course, that's the good one. But let's see if this is it.
I'm actually very curious to see which one's your favorite.
It's just so catchy. Oh my God. It's like one of those ones. I'll go and I'll skateboard around the streets with my son and I'm just singing it out loud like a little.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're not the only parent that does that, Mike. Oh, the UK?
Yeah, let's hear this. Ready?
Hey, hey, we are the UK. That's an abbreviation for our name, United Kingdom. It's the same. This song is about the UK's countries and capitals in one province. Now let the knowledge flow. I am England, a UK country.
You know how it goes from there.
Oh, I know how it goes. I actually I get a funny story about the England video that I did, and this guy from England. Some of the stuff you don't understand as being a YouTube personality, and people not knowing me personally. This guy gets in touch with me, and he pretends he's like the Prime Minister of England or something, and he pulls up a picture of the Prime Minister of England and makes him appear to be the Prime Minister of England, and he's like, "You pronounced our county wrong," or whatever the deal is, and I was like, "Really?" And I went back and I tried to fix it, and he was like, "Now we're going to sue you for 20,000 euros." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting sued by England? It's horrible." And so, of course, I'm taking it seriously. And then I realized months later, after I recreated the video with the right pronunciation and everything, that this guy was not the Prime Minister at all. And he was just some kid who decided to mess with me, and he got me. He didn't get my 20,000 euros from me or anything like that, but he did get me. And so he months later got in touch with me and said, "Hey, do you still know that I need your 20,000, blah, blah?" And he made kind of a smiley face. And I was like, "Oh man, you got me." Yeah. So I felt kind of silly about that, but it was actually kind of funny at the same time, because you never know who is who.
Right. It
was just a funny story.
Yeah. Well, good for you for not falling for it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mike. I'm not that gullible. I'm kind of gullible, but not that gullible.
So you were telling me a different time, you were telling me that some of the people that are Big Kids Learning Tube fans have gone and like there was like an Ellen appearance.
Yeah. Several parents have gotten in touch with me, and 2 kids made it on Little Big Shots. And another kid had just recently been on Ellen, the Ellen show with Ellen right before the pandemic. And they got in touch with me and said, "Hey, my son was on Ellen, and I just wanted to thank you so much," because he was pretty much repeating my video verbatim to Ellen. And I was like, "Oh man, maybe they'll mention my show," but they didn't. And I wish they had, but I guess there's regulations against that. But I really has always been a passion and, to dance with Ellen on her stage. But maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Yeah. I'm a terrible dancer. So
I was gonna ask, are you a dancer?
No, I'm not a very good dancer.
Because if so, I'd have you get up and do a little dance for us. But
no dancing. No way, man. I have a good breakdancing move. Like I do the backspin pretty well.
Oh yeah?
Because I'm from the 80s.
Ah.
You how to backspin when you're from the 80s. My neighbor down the street here is actually the principal dancer for the Portland Ballet, and he's a good friend of mine, and he comes over and shows me all these like things he does, and I go and see him live and stuff. I'm like, "Man, I don't know how you do that. I can play the drums, but I have no rhythm otherwise." Not when it comes to dancing. What about you, Mike?
I think of myself as a very good dancer.
Yeah?
My wife would say absolutely not.
Let's see some dance moves, Mike.
And it's like this, like that's pretty good. And then she's like, "No," she's like, you gotta get loose. That's not loose. And I'm like, "I still look at like my like I'm doing this, like that's pretty good." And then my wife's a great dancer. That's the problem.
Is she a really good dancer?
Phenomenal dancer.
There you go.
And I just can't keep up with her, but I think that I'm keeping up with her.
Right. Right. We all think we're keeping up with them.
Yeah. But I think dancing is great. I think, as far as like, if you think of like different forms of expression and art and making and everything, like I think dance is a really good one that, I have a lot of respect for it. So
I agree. Like just to see my friends move, him and his wife are both principal dancers at ballets. They've been all over the world, but he and her dancing together, I'm just like, man, you guys are so fluid and good and like just amazing. And I'm just like envious of it because I can't do it. I've tried. Yeah. It's not like I haven't tried to do it. I just know all the trying made me realize that I'm just not a dancer.
Well, maybe we should practice some dance moves, and maybe we can get you back on Kids Learning Camp or for Family Maker Camp. And
I love that.
And we could see what you've rehearsed. It's not Ellen. It's not quite Ellen, but I think it's pretty close.
It's pretty close. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like I'm hanging out with Ellen right now. Maybe we could do a music tutorial or something sometime soon.
That would be phenomenal. Yeah, I would love to see what that music process is like for you. So
yeah, it is that is what my niche. So if you ever want to do that, let me know.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for being part of this today. And
thanks for having me.
Take a second to make sure we shout out all of your different links and app addresses and everything like that. What do you got?
If you guys want to go to any Apple, any iOS or Android device and download our app, that would be huge, and give us a 5-star review. Some of the content is just previewed free. Unfortunately, like I said, it's $1.99 a month because I got to make money too. As far as the YouTube channel goes, please go subscribe. Please you can watch me there for free. There's lots of ads, but that's the way these things work. You can go to kidslearningtube.com to look at any of our shop stuff. I have hundreds and hundreds of pieces of merch that you could purchase there, and just watch the videos, sing along.
Yeah. It's such a great way to learn. And thanks. You've definitely enriched my child's mind and mine as well. So I appreciate all your efforts.
Thank you so much. Hey, yeah, it's my pleasure. That's what I love to do. So absolutely.
Good. Yeah, and all of those for people that are watching, all of those links are also in the description, so you can find those and click them and get to Matt's all of his content. So
please do.
Yeah. Good.
Don't forget to sing along.
That's the best part.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you. And for those of you who haven't had a chance to, make sure to go to makercamp.com and you can sign up there. Share anything of your own creations or comments or notes on Maker Camp as well. Make sure to hashtag Make Together for anything that you're working on there. And we look forward to seeing you at the next Family Maker Camp broadcast. Otherwise, have a good rest of your Friday and a great weekend, and we will see you soon.
See you guys later.
Bye-bye. I'm going to play this as I sign out because I love this song. Finish this one going. All right. See you guys.